In the last video, one agent owned the swarm's answer. But a swarm can have several agents that could each produce a final result. So, who gets the last word? In this video, we'll take control of swarm output, how mAIvn decides which agent answers, the difference between positioning a final tool and forcing one, and what happens when the choice is ambiguous. When you force a swarm to end on a final answer, mAIvn resolves who produces it using a fixed order. There are three ways to own the output. 1. A swarm scope final tool. The swarm itself owns the closing tool. 2. An agent marked Use as Final Output. That agent's result becomes the swarm's result. 3. A single agent that owns a final tool. If there's exactly one, it's unambiguous. mAIvn walks this order, and if more than one path is live, it stops and asks you to choose. First, the key distinction. Marking a tool final tool is a positioning hint. It tells mAIvn if any tools run, this one comes last. On its own, it does not force the tool to run. Forcing is a separate decision you make at call time, with force final tool on invoke. Here's our swarm, an analyst that reports the numbers with a metrics report tool, and an advisor that makes the call with a recommendation tool. Both tools are marked final tool. Both are positioned to close. That's fine until we force. Now watch the lever. Our factory takes one flag, designate advisor, and it sets Use as Final Output on the advisor. When we invoke with Force Final Tool, mAIvn has to pick an owner. With nobody designated, two agents both own a final tool. That's ambiguous, and mAIvn won't guess. Flip the flag and the advisor is the designated owner. Its recommendation becomes the swarm's answer, read from response.result as a typed object. Let's run it. First, force the answer with nobody designated. mAIvn stops with a tool configuration error, ambiguous final tool ownership. Two agents declare a final tool, and it tells us exactly how to fix it. Set Use as Final Output on one agent. So we do. Now we force again with the advisor designated. This time it resolves cleanly. The advisor's recommendation is forced as the final answer. Proceed with a confidence and a reason, typed from response.result. Two things to remember. First, positioning is not forcing. Final tool says where a tool sits if it runs. Force final tool, on invoke, is what guarantees a final answer. Second, when more than one agent could close the swarm, be explicit. Designate the owner with Use as Final Output. mAIvn resolves in a fixed order, and it would rather stop and ask than quietly pick the wrong agent. To recap, a swarm's final answer is resolved in a fixed order. A swarm scope final tool, a designated agent, or a single agent's final tool. Positioning a tool isn't forcing it. Force final tool does that at call time. And when the choice is ambiguous, Use as Final Output is how you take control. Next up, swarm orchestration modes. Choosing how the swarm runs the work, from a single planned pass to a supervised loop. See you there.